week ahead. Amy?
We begin with the details from what turned out to be a violent Saturday across central Virginia, a deadly triple shooting in Petersburg, a child shot in Richmond, and one person killed at a park in Emporia. In Petersburg, one person is dead. Another is in critical condition this morning after a triple shooting there. This happened yesterday afternoon on Hanover Street. The street was blocked off as police investigated the scene. You see them here working. Officials have not released any information about possible suspects. In Richmond, a child is shot and fighting for their life this morning. We now know that child is just 4 years old. Police finding the child on East 9th Street around 5:45 yesterday evening with life-threatening injuries. Officers say the kid may have gotten a hold of that gun, so they're not looking for any suspects at this time. Meanwhile, in Emporia, one person is dead after a shooting in Washington Park. Officials telling us this happened around 4 o'clock yesterday afternoon. We don't know if anybody else was hurt or who the suspects are. Details are very limited right now. As soon as we learn more, we'll bring you those details across all of our 8 News platforms. Stay with us here and online as all 3 of these shootings are developing stories. 6:03 now this morning, a man is dead after being hit by a car while he was riding his lawnmower. Just absolutely tragic. This happened in Louisa County. Police say that Garrett Jackson was mowing the lawn when he tried to turn the mower around in the middle of Route 522. That's when he was hit by a car that was driving by. Officers say Brent Davis rear-ended Jackson, throwing him off that mower. Jackson was taken to the hospital and later pronounced dead there. No charges have been filed. This crash does remain under investigation.
Seems to be mentally unstable as we speak.
A developing story we've been following for about a month now. An officer-involved shooting on I-95. You're looking at body camera footage from that deadly shooting back in May. Marcus David Peters was unarmed and naked when he was shot and killed by a Richmond police officer. In this video, Peters is seen rolling around on the ground naked on the interstate, threatening to kill that officer. The officer tried using his taser on Peters, but it didn't work, and that's when he fired his gun. Yesterday, the Peters family and people across the Richmond community came together demanding accountability from Richmond police and Richmond's mayor. 8 News reporter Sierra Fox was there. She has our story this morning.
The Peters family and the community came together to demand change.
Silence is violence.
Emotion filled the room.
When I saw him, I knew he was gone.
As well as discussions about justice, mental illness, and police accountability.
I will continue to fight the system until the system is equal.
2 chairs were left empty during the meeting. Marcus David Peters' sister says she invited both Richmond's Police Chief Alfred Durham and Mayor LeVar Stoney to attend, but they did not show up. 8 News reached out to ask why, and when we hear back, we will let you know.
I think it was disappointing that the chief of police and that the mayor chose not to show up.
They have shown that they're not willing to work with us. We will do whatever we need to do to get justice and reformation. And since they made the decision not to come to us, we will come.
One city leader did attend, City Councilman Michael Jones, to apologize to Peters' sister.
Her humanity was not recognized when she came before City Council. So, Princess, I owe you an apology from the depth of my heart.
The diversity of the support is amazing, and it speaks volume in itself.
And we're not going to stop. We're going to keep taking our message to them until they give an appropriate response and meet our demands.
Reporting in Richmond, Sierra Fox, 8 News.
We have the full body cam video from this incident up on our website. You can watch it by clicking on this story at WRIC.com. 6:05, the chairman of the Republican Party of Virginia has resigned. John Whitbeck announcing yesterday that he'll be leaving his unpaid position next month. This comes after many Republicans were openly against GOP Senate primary winner Corey Stewart. Stewart issuing a statement thanking Whitbeck. Stewart also said the next chairman should be loyal to President Trump and his agenda. With the new month comes a new set of laws for the Commonwealth of Virginia. The newest additions include a drone law that makes it illegal to fly your drone within 50 feet of a home if that homeowner has asked the drone flyer to stop. Governor Northam also signing a measure giving historic black cemeteries the ability to apply for funding to help with maintenance and preserve grave sites. And dog owners are officially allowed to bring four-legged friends into Virginia breweries, distilleries, and wineries. State troopers in Virginia are now required to be trained and equipped for opioid exposure and overdose emergencies. State police purchasing more than 2,000 Narcan dispensers for troopers, sergeants, and first sergeants across the Commonwealth. Narcan nasal spray is a medicine that counteracts the life-threatening effects of an opioid overdose. Officers are required to carry 2 dispensers with them at all times. There may be a way to make sure your furry friends are able to make it out of a house fire alive. The Greene County Office of Emergency Services is teaming up with Invisible Fence brand by Coiner Associates, which has donated 9 pet oxygen masks. These masks can be used to help resuscitate a dog or a cat when it's found in a burning home. It's part of Invisible Fence brand's Project Breather program, which has donated more than 7,000 kits to fire departments across the United States and Canada. And at 6:07 now to a story that is positively Richmond. It was a dream years in the making. Henrico man Cleon Ware dropped out of school in 9th grade, later spent some time behind bars for selling drugs and attempted murder. When he was released in 2014, he started to turn his life around, and with the help of friends from church and attorney Joe Morrissey, Ware enrolled in the Dream Academy to finally get that high school diploma. And yesterday at age 37, he walked across the stage at Richmond Community High School and received his diploma. Congrats, Cleon and his whole family. What an exciting day. Well, do you have a story that's positively Richmond? We'd love to hear it. Email photos, videos, and information to ireport8@wric.com. You can see that story right here on 8 News. Independence Day is one of the busiest days of the year for firefighters, believe it or not. According to the National Fire Protection Association, more fires are reported on July 4th than on any other day of the year. 2 out of 5 of those fires are related to fireworks incidents. Children are at the highest risk, with 35% of the victims of fireworks injuries being under the age of 15.
The sparkler burns at about 2,000 degrees. And if a small child gets that close to their clothing or gets it close to something else that is combustible, it can easily start a fire. And that's why in Chesterfield County, as well as Henrico in the city of Richmond, that even sparklers are illegal.
Local fire departments remind that fireworks are illegal in the city of Richmond and surrounding counties. It's recommended you leave fireworks to the professionals this 4th of July. Pick a public celebration to attend. Fire officials advise people not to stop on the highway to watch fireworks. If you have any questions about the legality of fireworks in your area, check in with your local fire department there in your neighborhood. 6:09, some very good